Guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Penina the Grace. You are in the home of grace. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for the love and the support. May God Almighty bless you for me. So today I've decided to talk about the video that I've been postponing like almost 2 years. I wanted to tell you guys what I was really going through because it has been like 2 years and my health has not been that good. Actually, I've been just surviving by God's grace. And this is how it all started. In 2014, after coming working in Oman, I realized like I was feeling very tired most of the time. That's after 4 months. I discovered like I was feeling very, very tired. Most of the time, each and every time when I do anything, I feel tired. Waking up early in the morning, I was just feeling like I should continue sleeping and not getting out of bed. So that issue continued and continued. I was like, what is happening? So I was trying to take some painkillers because also I was having too much headache that is not going. So I was just surviving with Panadol most of the time. I was like wondering, what is this issue? So I said like, no, if I continue like this, maybe it is something serious. At least I should go to the hospital and do what? And go for a checkup and check what is really happening. So before even I took that step of going to the hospital, I fainted. So when I fainted, and I was at home alone. Again, after gaining conscious, I told my boss what was happening. So by then we were staying very close to where the hospital was. So he told me like, you know what, go to the hospital. Just go to the hospital nearby there and then tell me what the doctor said. So I went to the hospital and they take the sample. Okay, they took the sample of my blood and then they did a blood test and then they told me, you know what, this is serious. Right now you're supposed to be referred to a big hospital so that you can do a blood transfusion. We are not going back home. It is just like right now we have to refer you. So I was like, what is happening? So they told me like, for now, what we can tell you is just go to the bigger hospital and like, let me tell my boss so that I can do what? So that he will know what is happening. So at that moment, I was like, this issue that is just serious and they're not telling me anything. What is it? So I was rushed to the hospital and my boss was like, okay, just go to the hospital and then we'll do a follow-up. So I was rushed to the hospital. My boss' daughter came and took me to the hospital. So I did a blood transfusion. So actually the time when they take you to the hospital, they are the one that will most speak. They will talk to the doctor, not you, the patient. You will just say how you feel and most of the discussion they will want to know more by themselves. And then when they know it, actually some of the things they will keep secret. They will never tell you about it. So that is actually what happened with my case. So already they were already told what was the cause of my fainting and the blood transfusion that I was supposed to do. But I myself, I was just kept in the dark. I asked them, but nobody answered me, right? So I was admitted in the hospital. I stayed in the hospital for 3 days. I did a blood transfusion because my blood dropped up to 5. So you can just see how the case was serious. So I was just surviving by God's grace. I was just hanging there with a thin thread. Blood is life, right? So mine dropped up to 5. And I did a blood transfusion. And after I recovered, after I gained strength, because even it's not recovering, it's just like gaining strength, I came back home. So when I came back home, nobody told me about anything. So some iron tablets, and then that was it. And then the doctor told me to try and eat more, try and eat meat. That is what the doctor told me. He told me, try and eat meat, try to drink a lot of water and take your medication. You will be fine. So that was it. So I continued working and nothing, like nobody told me this is what is happening. So I myself, I knew something is wrong, but I could not figure out what is happening because I've been having an issue for a very long time. It is not like that was the first time. On my periods, I always have very, very painful cramps. Like I can cry like a baby because of cramps, because they are really, really, really very painful, right? So that is the problem that I always have. Let me say, like, since my youth till right now, I'm a mother. I've been having that problem, but I have never known like what is really the cause or what is happening. So I knew something was wrong, right? So, but I was kept in the dark. They did not tell me anything. So that year went that way. It ended. So this year, again, I was rushed to the hospital. So actually, it was not even about the blood transfusion. That day, I went for the dental checkup because I was having a toothache. So I was just going to the hospital for a tooth extraction because it was really, really painful, and it is a toothache that it took like 3 months before it was removed. So it was like, now I can't even take it anymore. So I was having that pain of toothache. So after going to that hospital, the same hospital that I went, my previous hospital, right? So they have a dental part, and also they have, yeah, so it's a hospital. After that, after the tooth extraction, I said, let me try and also check my blood count because this headache is not going. I'm just staying with headache, like taking Panadol on and off, taking Panadol, and I'm tired of this. Let me try again and see what is the cause. So this time round, I said I will follow up my medication by myself. So they took my sample again and then they tested my blood and they found out like my blood is still at 6. Remember last year it was at 5. So I did a blood transfusion. I went home. I came back home when it was at 8 now. So at least it boosted. But I was told at least to eat more and also take medication so that my blood will be normal, right? So this time again, I'm back here in the hospital after 1 year. I'm supposed again to do a blood transfusion. And remember, it was not even about blood transfusion, it was about tooth extraction. But I just wanted to do a test to know what was happening. And surprisingly, guys, the blood also was down. So it was lazim. In Arabic, they say lazim. A must. A must do blood transfusion. So I was referred that same day. After, remember, you've done a blood transfusion, you've done a tooth extraction, you're still having a toothache, and it was a very, very painful one. Yeah? It was really a very painful. So I went with that pain again to the hospital now to do a blood transfusion, and I did a blood transfusion. And guys, you always know how when I do that blood transfusion, actually, I hate it. I hate it heaven to back. I don't like a blood transfusion at all because it is normally painful, and I don't know why. Because so many people normally do blood transfusion, but they don't react the way I always mine. I always react. I always have very, very painful transfusion. Yes, so I don't know because maybe I always do blood transfusion when my blood is down. So my blood normally peak the blood, like it pumps like fast in that pain. I can feel the way blood flows through my veins. I can feel like the way it's going. Very painful. And also that is the day that those are the days that I always have backache when I'm doing blood transfusion. Like I always tell you guys, God has been so faithful in my life. I can't complain about backache. I normally don't have backache, but doing blood transfusion, I can cry my all because it normally hurts more than labor pains. My transfusion normally hurts. That's why I remember telling you guys, anybody that is outside there, have you ever done a blood transfusion and then you feel this like you want to have a baby? Because my case is really, really different. I always feel like I want to give birth. It's really painful, and even it is more than giving birth because this one is a blood transfusion. So you will be crying like more than 3 hours because blood transfusion goes like slowly. It goes like drop, drop, drop. It's not like water. So it is not about that one. So the blood normally goes very, very slow. So like 3 hours when we're in that pain. And remember, you're not going to do only one. You're not going to have one, maybe 2 to 3 or 4. So all those hours, guys. So after, before I did this blood transfusion, I make sure I was taken to a gynecologist. So I explained to gynecologist what happened. And surprisingly, gynecologist told me, like, you know what, last year when you were here, because she was the same doctor that treated me last year, she was like, we send you a message. We send you a message that you're supposed to come for checkup. Till now, why did you come for checkup? I was like, nobody told me about the checkup. They were like, we sent you a message in the number that you gave us. So remember, the number was not mine. The number was my boss's daughter. So my boss's son. Okay, my boss's son. So they sent him a message. He ignored it. He never told me anything about it. So I was supposed to go back for checkup so that the doctor will know now what could be done, but nobody told me about it. So this time around, I said, like, I will do a follow-up. I want to do everything, like, I want to make sure I know exactly what is happening with me. So after going to that gynecologist, and then they told me, you know what, you have fibroids. And these fibroids, what can be done like right now, because it seems like your situation is somehow serious. So I was like, somehow serious, how? And they told me, like, even last year, you are supposed to do a surgery. We told your boss about it, that you're supposed to do a surgery. So after she told me about the surgery, then I remember, oh, because surgery, guys, is kind of expensive. So maybe my boss was trying to cover that up so that maybe after I finish my contract, I can go and do it back at home. Or maybe they will let me know, or even hide it even forever so that I will discover it I myself. So they never told me that last year. So after she told me about that, I was like, no one told me about it. And they were like, we told you, we sent a message, and it is also in your medical report. So, guys, it is good to do a follow-up. It is good to just check your medical reports by yourself. Ask anything when you are in the hospital. Don't depend on anybody that takes you to the hospital. Nobody cares. If you don't care about yourself, you just find yourself messing up with everything, or something even serious that maybe can be done is just being ignored. So when I was told, like, I'm supposed to do a surgery, that is where now it really hit me hard. I knew, so this is serious. So the surgery was, they're supposed to remove all the uterus. So I was like, wow. So at first they were like, do you have kids? I was like, yes, I have 2 kids. And they were like, okay, that one is good. So I was like, why? They were like, no, what? You're supposed to do a surgery. And this surgery, it's supposed to be, it will cost you, like, you have to remove the whole uterus for you to be normal with this situation, because most of the time you are anemic, and for this situation to be treated permanently is for the uterus to be removed. I was like, God, now this one is not for me. This one is not for me. So that time, this thing hit me hard. At first, I was like, God, why me? Because I'm trying my best to be what I am. Why a lot of problem? If you finish this one comes. If you try to move this way, this one comes. Why me, Lord? Then I said, no. For now, I'm not even thinking about surgery. But at first, I was really shaken. Then I shared with some of my friends that I have their numbers. I was like, you know what? This is the issue. So I've been having fibroid all this while, but nobody told me about it. Even last year when I went to the hospital, no one told me about it. So I'm supposed to do a surgery. I have no money. I have like nothing. So one of my friends told me, you know what? Do you know me too? I have fibroid. I was like, what? But yes, I had fibroid when I was still young. At around age, I don't know, 16 or 18 there, I was diagnosed with fibroid. So I've been just surviving with fibroids. I was like, okay, so how is it? Yes, she told me, yes, I had fibroid. And then even before I had before I have my child, I had fibroid. But I've been surviving with it. It is not like life threatening. Then I shared with my son also, guys, like, my son is doing nursing. So when I told him, he was like, okay. He was not even shocked about it. He was not shocked about it. Now, the comparing to the way they talk to me, eh? Comparing to the way they spoke to me, I was like, okay, if this thing is not like the way doctor said about it, so I can survive with this thing, right? And I've been surviving with it because, like I told you guys, I've been having strange cramps, very painful, and since I was a girl. So I think maybe even this thing I've been staying with it for so many years. So I tried now to reflect back and say, like, maybe if I could have gone to the hospital earlier. Maybe I could have been diagnosed earlier with this. So because I did not go earlier, I've just understood about my situation in this. Like right now, let me just take it. Okay, let it be the way it is, right? So I said, okay, if my son told me like, you know what, right now we don't have money. So what do we do? Anyway, we talked. He's a good boy. We shared a lot. And then he told me, Mom, you can survive with it. You can survive with it. Just do your exercise, regular exercise. Try to eat balanced diet. Reduce stress. Mom, you're going to survive with it. Then my friend also told me, I had this before I have my baby. And right now I have a child and I'm surviving with it. So you know what? I kind of realize like there are sometimes if you have friends around you, before you make any decision, it is good to have people that you can share with, you can talk to. They can help you to make decisions, right? So after I share with them and they talk me, we talked and then I saw like, okay, I can survive with this. I also shared with another one. I shared this story with around like 4 people, and everybody gave me a different idea. So another one told me like, you know what, right now is the right time for you to do that surgery, because if you end up like maybe in old age, very old age, it might cause another problem. And that is exactly what the doctor told me in the hospital. Like right now is the right time for me to decide and do this surgery right now. Mm? For a better health is right now. But to comparing with my friend and my son is a different case. So I said I will go with my friend's case and my son's advice. So I said I'm gonna try my best and try to eat healthy. Anything that I can eat, and try to do my exercise and also reduce stress because I've been stressed. This is something that I've been staying with, like stress all the time. Stress, like my work is a work that gives pressure. It has a lot of stress, a lot of pressure. So I can't say like my mental health is that stable. So since then, I've tried at least to manage my stress, just to take everything one step at a time. So I did not want this video to be that long, but I found out like I can talk to Africa. So my case, guys, I've poured it outside there. Like I was diagnosed with fibroid, and I have it. It is something that is there. It's supposed to be removed, but I have not decided either it will be removed or not. But for right now, I'm just surviving with it. Oh, I know you are asking yourself, is my situation better? Is it improving? Or my situation, it is the way it is. I can't say like my situation is life threatening because fibroid, I've learned and know like fibroids are not cancerous. They are not cancerous, they are just tumors that you can survive with them, right? So they are just there. I'm just surviving with them, but there are those days like I always feel bad. Like maybe when I'm having my periods, that is the only pain that I normally have, and losing a lot of blood. When I'm on my periods, I really feel uncomfortable. The blood flows just like a tap. Hmm? Sometimes the blood can flow like tap. So it's kind of life threatening. That is where now life is threatening. So the only thing that I'm trying is to manage, and if it goes that way, I normally try to take some medication and also try and sleep, not stand, not sit, but to sleep, to avoid that overflowing. So guys, that's kind of it. I've told you the story, and I know God will see me through. For right now, I'm not even thinking about it. I still have a lot of things that I'm supposed to do. You know, my kids are in school. The money for that surgery, it will cost me a lot, and I don't have any savings. So the money that I'm earning is actually to pay for my kids' school fees, and maybe after graduation, we'll think something about it. But for now, I'm just hanging on there. God will, in Swahili, we say liwe liwalo, right? Liwe liwalo. So thank you so much for watching. See you.